What's up guys, welcome back to another one. My name is Javis, and this week we're going to take a little break from the series about how to get better at different positions because I just kind of want to switch it up for 1 week. So today we're going to talk about how to block in the open field and how to do it effectively without falling on your face or just missing the block completely. Now, I don't know if you guys clicked on the videos just because you want to listen to me talk or if you're actually interested in the video, but I just have to say that this kind of video and this type of blocking is very applicable to a lot of different positions, and not just wide receivers, but linemen, running backs, tight ends. All of you are going to have to block in the open field at some point. Some of you guys might cut block more than others, but you can't do that until college. So until now, this is really useful information, I think, for a lot of different positions. But today we're going to focus kind of on how receivers do it. But I just want to emphasize that this can be utilized by different positions as well, because really it's all open field blocking and it has to be done by a lot of different positions. So it's highly versatile and how it can be utilized. So hopefully you guys can get something out of that. Let's get into it. Cue intro. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell right next to it so you can get a notification every time I upload a video. The goal of my channel is basically to help my subscribers and viewers really in general get to college and have an easier time along the road of playing college athletics, and that's basically my whole goal. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and share it with your friends as well. I really appreciate it. Also, if you guys like the video, go ahead, leave a like. It does help the channel and it lets me know to do content like this in the future, that you guys like this more specific kind of content. So now that that's done, let's get into the first drill on how you can improve your open field blocking. All right, so the first drill, guys, is going to be a mirror drill with your hands behind your back. And in order to do this, you want a partner and you want to be on a certain line so that you can see the difference between the two of you and make sure that you're staying at a good distance between the two, but you're able to work your way across the line and you're not working too forward or too far back. You've probably seen DBs do this drill where they're trying to mirror the other player without using their hands and just using their feet, and they're moving back and forth across the line, and the other person across from them is just going to be moving back and forth. So it's honestly just a lot of back and forth, but in this case we're applying it to open field blocking for receivers in particular and other players as well, but in this situation it is for receivers. So we are going to be copying this drill in that sense. So as we get into the drill, you want to make sure that you're across the line of scrimmage from your partner, and you want to make sure that you're having a big chest with your hips down and your butt down as well, and that you're ready to move on the toes of your feet. And as the drill gets started, you want to make sure that you're watching the hips of the other player and that you're staying light enough on your feet where you're able to keep up with them, but at the same time you're having enough power in your feet so that you're not going to be blown off the ball when you do go to block them. Now in this drill in particular, you want to make sure that you're staying across the line of scrimmage from the other player and you're not letting them get past you, although the other player across from you should not necessarily be trying to juke you. They're really just kind of running back and forth and allowing you a radar on where you should be moving and how fast. And this is really just to get practice moving your feet without having to rely on your arms, which will lead to holding if you solely rely on your arms. And nothing really kills a drive more than a holding call, so we want to make sure to not get as many of those as possible. Although I will say sometimes you want to make sure that you gotta do what you gotta do to get the block, because really holding in football happens every single play. It's just about getting away with it most of the time. Alright guys, so the next drill is going to be a run up to sit drill, and this is to practice breaking down when we go up to make our blocks, because if you go up to the player that you're trying to block and you just run up to them full steam, they're probably going to avoid you and you're going to whiff the block, and they're probably going to make the tackle if they're good enough. So in order to counteract this, we're running up to the player that we want to block and we're breaking down as we go, and we're sitting and we're getting a good base underneath us with our hips down low and our chest up high, and we don't really want to allow too much space between the other player and yourself, because what we're trying to simulate here is we're trying to eliminate the green grass between the two of you, and you want to get as close as possible while being ready to move at a certain angle or a certain side so that they can't get around you and you're able to adapt to that. So as you approach them, you want to come up as fast as possible to eliminate all that green grass between them, eat that up, and you want to make sure that they're not able to utilize all that green grass between you. So that's the whole goal, is to eliminate all the green grass between the two of you and make sure that they can't take a wide angle to go around you. And as you approach them, you want to break down with your feet, start chopping them, and you want to lower your hips hips with a big chest and be ready to move side to side, because they are going to try to get a quick swim move or get a quick rip around you. Some of them might even try bull rushing you if they see you're not planted in the ground and you're not ready to receive a hit, so be wary of that as well. So this brings up an alternative to the same drill that has to do with moving side to side when approaching the other player that you're trying to block. And as you start breaking down, your partner is going to decide on which way he wants to go, and you have to react to that, and you got to be able to block them and move your body without crossing over your legs, because the moment you cross your legs, you lose all your power and you're probably going to get trucked if you do this consistently, and it will happen eventually. So make sure we're not clicking our ankles or even worse, crossing over as we continue to drill this side to side with our partners. Now again, your partner doesn't necessarily have to go 100%, they simply have to pick a side and you just have to react. So that's why it's kind of a reactionary drill instead of just a full-blown go get 'em drill. And so by doing this, you're not only practicing your good technique, but you're also practicing your reactionary skills when you do get thrown into the game and you're told to block on a screen or on a bubble play and you have to block in the open field. Hopefully you guys will be a little bit more prepared than you were before. Alright guys, so for the third and final drill of today's video, we're going to be going over good blocking technique and making sure that you guys are able to keep your balance and make sure that as you work side to side on different players and different types of players, you're not going to fall off no matter who you're going up against when you go to make these types of blocks. So as we start the drill, we want to make sure that we have a partner and we're already engaged with them and we have them close to our chest. And as we start the drill, we're going to move from one side to the other, and as we go, we're going to keep a wide base, big chest with our hips down and our elbows up and our thumbs up with our pinkies down. That's a lot to remember, so make sure that you guys are practicing each bit piece by piece and not try and get it all at once, because it's really hard to get all things at once. So if you practice this little by little, you'll start getting that muscle memory for each different part of the drill, and eventually you will get good muscle memory for each part of the drill, and you'll have good overall technique for blocking, and you'll be a lot more effective as a blocker, and that'll be a lot faster way of getting on the field than trying to prove yourself with every one-on-one rep for catching that you can make. Alright guys, that's all for me today, and while that is the end of the video and all the drills I got for you guys, I do want to make sure that you guys know that I do plan on doing a video in the future, more specifically about better receiver drills for catching and more typical, prototypical receiver drills that you can do on the daily. And I'll hopefully bring in someone to talk to you guys about that, because while I do know a lot of drills, I want you guys to know that it is coming from a receiver first and foremost, because I mean, let's be real, who wants to hear receiver drills coming from a fullback and tight end? You know, I just want to make sure that you guys know the best information is coming for you. Even though I have it, I want you guys to know that you guys are having the best information possible. So if you guys did enjoy the video today, please leave a like, it does help the channel. And if you guys are interested in any type of more of my content, anything in the future that I could post, go ahead, subscribe and hit that bell notification so you guys can get a notification every time I upload a video. I had a lot of fun today guys, and honestly I wish I could come out and do it again. I probably will. So in spite of that, my name is Jarvis and I'll see you guys on the next one.